Hey everyone, I just wanted to stop by real quick for this podcast starts and say you should like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on all my social medias at John D. Clouser. It's literally the same name as the name that you subscribe to on this YouTube channel. So enjoy this clip, and I'll see you guys on the other side. And Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, for goodness sakes, even though that's tomorrow. By the time you guys see this, the all the holidays have come and gone and stuff like that, but I'm literally filming this the day of Christmas, on Christmas Day evening. Enjoy this clip.
Even though you guys like to make fun of me, you're still part of my pack. No matter how much you try to bring me down, if you need me, I'll be there for you, because you're my pack and I'm the alpha. And alphas gotta look out for their pack.
Welcome to the John Show with your hosts, John Doogie Clouser.
All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, John D. Clouser. I don't know, is that confusing to you guys? Like, why is he called the Juan Solo Show, but his name's John? Well, because I'm Hispanic. Everyone calls me Juanito. My legal name, my government name is John D. Clouser. So I basically hit like a triple, kind of, That's kind of how it is. So, we're here, guys, on a new episode. What's going on? So I got this candle for Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy Kwanzaa tomorrow. Hanukkah was a couple weeks ago. We kindly briefly touched over it. It is what it is. It is, anyway, so I got this candle and today, and I sniffed it, and I was like, this candle kind of smells kind of weird. This candle doesn't smell great. It's not about, what I like about gifts is it's not whatever it is. It's cool that you even just get one. And I got a candle, and the thing is, like, I was like, why does this candle smell a little different? Why is it a little bit odd? And then I looked at the bottom of it. I can't do it now because it's on fire, but the thing is, it's from Dirty Hippie, I think. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming, I'm like, oh, that's why it smells like that Cholula stuff. But we're gonna put it there. Hopefully, it's gonna bless the air. Maybe it has a little bit of sage in it. Maybe that's what it is. It smells like that Cholula stuff, though. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm incredibly baked right now. It's Christmas. It's my gift to myself. Ho, ho, ho. Like, Santa Claus is coming to town. He came to town. He left his bag of pot by the chimney. So I was like, well, thank you very much. And then he called me today, actually, and he was like, hey, John, I need that bag back. And I'm like, what bag? And he's like, you know what bag you're talking about? I'm like, I have no idea what bag you're talking about. He's like, John, I can see, I know if you're naughty, I know when you're nice. I'm like, that's kind of weird, Santa. We've talked about this. I'm like, I told you can't be telling people that kind of stuff anymore. It's 2021. I didn't make the rules. I'm just kind of following it, dude. Like, look at me. I'm brown, but I can't really talk about a lot of brown people stuff because a lot of people are like, you need to be quiet about your colonialism. I'm like, wow, that's an interesting one. A great linguistic word to choose. 2, I've never had anyone say that to me. 3, what? I wasn't born in this country. I know I say that every podcast, but I feel like I have to say it. But anyway, so yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa is tomorrow. Really interesting. So I actually looked up Kwanzaa, and because I remember, I think it was last year this time of year, I was like, what the heck do you guys do for Kwanzaa? What do people do for Kwanzaa? So basically, it's kind of like Hanukkah in some sense. So they have a thing, and it looks like a menorah, but it's called a Saba, S-A-B-A, and what Kwanzaa represents is, or what it means, I think it's Zuhili. So, see, John, and the thing is, I don't want to look it up because that's what someone that would normally do would take. Okay, well, let's Google it real quick. Anyway, I like to try to remember it from memory, but it's Zimbabwe, and I'm trying here, guys. But what it has to do is like the first harvest, right? And so like you have like a candle, a whole menorah, but you light the whole thing at, well, I guess just at one time. And it's called a Saba. So I know that's probably more than what you know. So that's Kwanzaa, guys. I'm just not gonna lie to you guys. It's like I didn't. There's no air in my room right now, so no hot air, no cold air, nothing. So it's just like super staticky, and it's just like, oh, it's hot. It's hot in here. It's probably this candle too. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I looking at it, I smelled it. I'm like, what am I gonna do with the candle? Like, I don't know. I never understood the purpose of the what do you call it, the all natural candle, because you're not putting any of this in your body. So I don't like, so you nothing, what from nature smells good? Nothing from nature just is like, even when you smell like a rose, you're not like, that smells good. But when you smell like Febreze, you're like, that shit hits, and that shit rocks. So I try to understand. I really try to understand, like, when people, like, I want to go all natural. I'm going to be one with the earth. And really what it means, you just want to be kind of hippie. And the thing what really blows my mind is that the first thing, always, man, woman, child, person in general, he, they, them, in fucking general, the first thing when people start going and doing the whole all natural route is that they just stop bathing. That's like the weirdest thing. People just always just like, the first thing is like, I'm just going to stop showering now. And then when you guys do shower, you shower with this shit that's like fucking bark and like fucking beaver oil. And then you wonder why, like, dude, you don't smell good. You just smell weird now. You just smell weird. And it's like, I understand. There's like, there's chemicals and all this stuff. But it's like, guys, I don't understand how we've been sitting here our whole lives. And just now, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm talking way to my asshole on this one, but I don't understand why, like, everyone's, we gotta take care of this, we gotta take care of that, we gotta take care of this, and you're like, but how about you just how about you just eat a salad and chill out? I say this a lot for a lot of my stuff. Just eat a salad and chill out. That's what you gotta do, because I don't, you know what? I wish I could tell you why my voice keeps going out on this podcast. I have no idea. But the thing is, like, it's insane about this all natural stuff. And I get it. But the thing is, I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb. And I will be the first person to admit that. Maybe I'm just like dumb when it comes to this kind of stuff, that I just don't care. There's a lot of things I don't care. I do and I don't care about. I just want to smell good. I just want to be clean. And I've always done this, and I know that's probably a bad way of looking at it, but I've always, I've always done Febreze. I just use some like cocoa butter, body wash. I wash with the washcloth, even though some people think that's poor. I don't understand why people think that's poor, but I use a new washcloth every time I take a shower. So I don't understand how that's poor. It's like, I just have a lot of washcloths. All that says is like, that guy has a lot of fucking washcloths. If he's like, he bathes every day, clearly because of this. He just went on a huge fucking rant for the last 6 minutes about like bathing in all natural fucking vegan candles. I don't understand why you have to do all natural stuff. Hippie head, it doesn't smell like, I want it to smell like potpourri. I don't want it to just smell like trash. It just smells like you're burning trash with this candle. It's about the thought, John, and it really is the thought. It's awesome. I love it because thanks to this person, I have something to talk about on a podcast. I get to rant about a fucking thing on a podcast, but I will be the first one to admit, because I've dated girls that are vegan, and I'm just like, I don't get this. I've tried it. I tried to eat vegan. I have, but it's like, there's just a point where it's like, I want some fucking meat, because if you're gonna be able to walk, because there's some points. If you ever had elk, like just pure nice elk, have you ever ate that shit? You eat it with some rice. That's all you have to do. Eat it with rice, salt and pepper if you really want to be. If you want to, be on the thing. But like honestly, if you want to, like, I throw on like 20 different fucking seasonings. I'm not gonna lie, 20 different seasonings that's probably what's gonna fucking kill me. Is that anyway? So, and that's all you need though. And then you eat that when you eat something like that, you feel like you can run through a wall. I'm not gonna lie. And again, I talk about this all the time. Just meat, and then rice. And what's so crazy was it like next month? I feel like this is my Joe Rogan moment because he talks about this kind of stuff. But what next month is carnivore. See, this is one of these moments. These are one of these words. These are just one of these words that I can't pronounce. I don't know why. It's just like I'm sitting here and it's like trying to listen to a car, like an old car trying to turn over. That's what it sounds like. A carnivore, an aardvark. See, like I just can't do it. Like I can't even. The animals that only eat meat are carnivore. Carnivore. I'm legitimately getting upset because I can't pronounce it. Like this is what happens sometimes, guys. Like this is what it was. So imagine like an 8-year-old version of me, then like coming to the States and then trying to say words like that. Like, yeah, dude, he's touched. Like it's like, no, I just don't know how to pronounce the word. It's just like I just don't know how to pronounce the word. That's all it is. Carnivore. Cal Ripken Jr. There it is, Cal Ripken Jr. Which, have you guys ever heard about that the Cal Ripken Jr. conspiracy theory? Oh, this is an awesome one. I love this. This is one of my all-time favorite sports conspiracy theories. Even though I'm not a big baseball fan, but what I really like, I like all like the cool history stuff, the weird stupid shit about baseball. Don't like the game at all. Don't like watching it whatsoever. You know what I do love? I love cricket. You know why? Because that sport was basically the reason why India and Pakistan and all those countries are so good at cricket is because it's basically just a big fuck you to Great Britain. And I'm all down with that. That's hilarious. It's a fun thing to give a big old fuck you to. And I swear to God, this candle still smells, and that's probably why my head fucking hurts. It's from that fucking candle. And it's like, you would think that like I would be like, hey, John, if you don't like the smell of it, take it out. Like, you can just blow it out. And the thing is, you're right. But the thing is, like, the room's still gonna smell of it. I really messed up. And it's not really, in retrospect, it's really not that bad. It's not that bad. It's just funny to talk about because it's just something I would never get. I would get like, I would never even get a candle. I don't know what I've never once thought about buying a candle. Ever. I've never been like, I go to Walmart, I get my meat, I get some rice, I get some spices and some seasoning. Then, if I need shampoo, I get some shampoo, conditioner, get some, never get the 2-in-1. I've been told this. I do not know why you can't get the thing that has both things in one, which in retrospect, if you think about it, hey, that's a pretty smart thing. You take two things, make into one. You got one thing. But apparently this is not good. Either one, it's not good product or it's not good for your hair, which then again makes it not a good product. So this is what I've been told. But also too, I date foreign women. So that they don't put that kind of stuff in their hair, John. Like that's that kind of thing. And it's like, I know, I get it. It's so funny. Like I dated this just chick once, and she's like, I shouldn't say chick. This lady. I dated this lady once, and woman, female. I don't know. But we went and had Asian food, and I was sitting there, and I took the chopsticks out, and I was like, playing with them, getting ready to get them to eat with them. And she's like, "You eat with chopsticks?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, wow. I'm like, why? She's like, you just don't seem cultured like that. And I'm like, alrighty, this is great. I'm so glad that this was happening. Granted, I don't blame her. I get it. But still, like, that was kind of rude. Is that going to knock over oh, no, that's not going to knock over the sombrero or the piñata. See, I can say piñata. Carnivore. See, can't say it. Still can't say the word. I don't understand why this word is so difficult for me to say. Shoulder. I have to really slow down on shoulder because I want to say soldier or soldier. That was the hardest one in like growing up. Learning English, it's sold. See, shoulder, John, shoulder. See, I can't. It's even hard for me now when I'm trying to think about it. I'm like, because when I was a kid, I was like, that's a soldier. It's like, no, so close, like, close, John. And then everyone laughs, like, the foreign guy doesn't know. He mixed up shoulder with shoulder. Oh, it's like, see, I just fucked it up. Shoulder, you mixed it up with shoulder and soldier. It's like, yeah, okay. It happens. These are foreign people problems, you know. There's fucking hair everywhere. What? Hey, Merry Christmas again. We're doing it, guys. We're getting it done. So, what do we else have to talk about? Latinx. Yeah, did you guys see that? There's a recent thing that was in the New York Times that came out, I believe, earlier this week or last week, and it said 2% of Latinos associate themselves with Latinx. So, what this is, and what it should tell you is, stop doing it. Please, for the love of God, please stop doing it. I can't tell you the amount of times that it annoys the hell out of me. It's like, John, like, you're from Honduras. Like, yeah, like, you're Latinx. Nope, I'm Latino. And the thing is, there's Latino, there's Latina. And the reason why that is because it's a male and feminine language. That's just how it is. I didn't make the rules of that. You didn't make the rules of that, but that's just the rules. That is just one of those things. Kind of like how carnivore is the word for the animal that fucking eats meat. I can't pronounce it, guys. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a hard English word. It is so hard for me to say. So hard. It's just, Jesus Christ. But anyway, with the and the things that if you really want to have a word that is like, you know, doesn't have a gender for like Hispanic people, you can have Latin. We had one already. Then you want to put an X on it? Why did you put an X on a word that was no non-gendered? It was a non-gendered word. So stop. Please stop. Only 2% of those people, you know, like that stuff. And those people probably, you know, have their nose pierced 3 times, which is weird. Can you breathe in that? And I'm not making fun. I'm just really curious because that seems like it's closing up a lot of hole. Like, you only have that much hole. You have like that much hole, but if you're closing up like all this little part, you're going to have like maybe that much hole. Just saying. I am just saying. Like, it's just one of those things. It is one of the things. But yeah, being Latino, it's fun. Being light skinned like this is sometimes funny. I'm like, sometimes like people look at me like, oh, you're like a unicorn. You're so handsome. And then other ones are like, what the fuck? Like, oh, the fuck? You? You're one of us. I'm like, I'm one of y'all. And they're just like, damn, dog. I don't, yeah, they're like, you're born in like Wisconsin or something, right? I'm like, nope. San Pedro Sula, Honduras. And here I am, buddy. I'm here at the party. Like, por qué? It's fine. It's fine. I love it. But see, clearly, I represent the shit out of where I come from in some way. There's always an homage. it's a fun little thing to do. And when I'm doing these little fun little things, it's always a little fun little trinkets to use. But yeah, what do we we have like 10 minutes left. It's always good. Always know that like there's always a lot of steam coming more when the person who's doing a podcast is like, all right, well, how much time do we have left on this show? Oh my God, I got 10 more minutes. I should have grabbed another beer, but I was like, you know what, John? Only drink one on the show. If you really want to drink another one, you can have it after the show, after the podcast. But yeah, so it's Christmas time. So then what, I guess we'll have like 2 more days of Mariah Carey for sure. That's guaranteed. And then I'm assuming probably by Monday, hopefully Tuesday, late Tuesday, she'll slowly, the tree will come down and she'll just slowly walk into the water, and we won't hear from her ever again. We won't hear from her until next Christmas. And it'll just be a great time. That's how it'll be. That's what I wonder, like, does anyone think this is depressing that I'm doing a podcast on Christmas? Like, oh, why aren't you with your family? Because COVID. Like, fucking. So, with my family, what happened was that my sister and my niece and her friend, whose husband had COVID, went, like, last week. Those 3 women went to Florida, I believe, and then somewhere in the middle of that, one of them tested positive for COVID, came back. Now, the friend of my niece's mother has COVID too. Beautiful. So anyway, the whole family, friends, all that stuff that we were going to have for this dinner thing, it all got postponed because people got tested for COVID. People test positive for COVID, so now we can't do it. I was like, well, this is one of those things. COVID is getting so old. I'm getting tired of this stuff. Like, we try to make events. We try to make plans. We try to do family events. But the thing is, what happens every time is that there's something. No, I'm like, yep. I'm like, that's the reason I wash my hands and eat my vitamins, Mama. And she's like, see, that's the thing. I just wish people listened more. I just wish people would do more of the vitamin stuff. And it's so funny. My mom is old. My mom, she's in her like late 70s. And she's like, every day, she's like, take vitamins? I'm like, yeah, I took my vitamins. It's like, we're a big vitamin family. Vitamins. We live by them. We've done them. I've taken vitamins since I was 15, like daily. It's just, that's what I do. It's just always been a thing that I do. My mom's like, she's like, why would you not take vitamins every day? I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, you're taking vitamins every day now. I'm like, I'm going to take vitamins every day. And I've been taking vitamins every day. And it's things like that. Vitamins, a salad, water, those 3 things alone. And I hope, I'm telling you, I'm not saying you're not going to get COVID, but you're not going to be so affected by it. It's not gonna hit you as hard. Of course, knock on wood. But you're giving yourself a way better chance. And the only thing that I don't do enough is I don't get enough sleep. I only average like 3.5 hours of sleep, 3.5, 4. Maybe I should give myself a little credit. I get at least 4 hours of sleep a night, which is not good at all. And it's because I'm up doing dumb stuff, writing dumb stuff, filming dumb stuff, recording, talking to a podcast, doing this kind of stuff. And that's what I do. And then I work. So, and then, this is what we do. That's how we do it. I'm just like, if you can't tell, I'm like, okay. I literally was like, okay, when I said 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, we got 10 minutes. I'm like, I just gotta kill more 10 minutes. If you want to know, I got 5:45 left. It's a good time. I almost didn't do this podcast tonight, and I was like, I'll just do it tomorrow. But I hate that mindset. I hate that. Oh God, I don't know if I ever talked about that, like that listening to that thing, that voice is like, just postpone it till tomorrow. I hate that voice so much, and I try so hard to kill it all the time. So whenever I do things like this, and when I would have been like, I could have easily done it tomorrow because I don't work at all. So I could have slept until like 8, 9, done the podcast at 11, been like edit it, be done by like probably like 1:32, and then have the rest of the day to do other things. But instead, now I have it done tonight. Tomorrow when I wake up, or tonight I'll render and I'll get it all set up, and then tomorrow all I have to do is just color correct it, and that's it. I'll just then put it into place and color correct. So it's just, isn't this fun? This is the world of fun. But I don't like that voice. But I do that stuff and sit in the sauna. I feel like the listen to the stuff that I do. You should basically just live a life of what I do. Literally do copy and paste what I do, and you'll be cool. You'll definitely be ramped up because you are just always working hard. Okay, God, I shouldn't talk about it like this because it makes me feel like I'm what's the word? I'm like patting myself on the back of like, oh yeah, I work so much harder than everyone else, which is like definitely not true. I'm sure there's probably people that work way harder than me. I put my 2 cents in, but I'm never gonna say I'm like the hardest worker, because you allow other people to say that. There's certain things you say, like you let other people say that you're a hard worker. You let other people say that you're funny. You let other people say that you are like reliable and stuff like that. Like you say that you're reliable, and you do that because all you need to do is say it one time and that's it. And so, but then on the two things, you can just let other people say that stuff for you, and then always, at that point, people will be like, okay, and then they'll trust it more than you saying it, because then when you say it, you sound like a fucking asshole. I think, at least that's my fucking opinion on that. As you can tell, dude, I got 3 minutes left. I really do. Like, if you guys have the Cal Ripken conspiracy. I never finished it. Holy shit. So what happened was that Cal Ripken Jr. has the record for the most consistent games in consecutive in a Major League Baseball. Well, anyway, so there's a conspiracy theory that there was one night the lights in the system went off in the whole stadium for some reason. So they had to postpone the game to the next day. Well, the reason why that is because apparently Cal Ripken Jr. was like halfway to the stadium. He had to turn back around because he like forgot his wallet or forgot something that was super important for the game. And so what happened is he got back to the house and he found his wife having sex with Kevin Costner. I believe that's what it was. So the conspiracy theory is that he walked in and like found, because like they were best friends, and so he was fucking his wife, and so he was so distraught, and so what they did was that the Orioles wanted to keep this record going because it's the Baltimore Orioles, and they're at that time, that's basically they had Cal Ripken Jr. and that's it, and they just wanted to always they wanted to keep their name up in the newspapers because of this record that he has, and they just wanted to, and so they're like, well, then they built this conspiracy theory saying that like, well, the game needs to be postponed because, well, we'll just say the game has to be postponed because the lights, we'll turn off the lights, or we'll say the electricity doesn't work in the building. So that's been like the whole Cal Ripken conspiracy theory. It's really not. I think it's one of the coolest, funniest things. But really, honestly, if you want to do a little bit more, if you want to know more about it, I basically gave you like the synopsis of it, the blueprint, I don't know what you'd call it. But anyway, guys, I have 50 seconds left in this podcast. So if you've gotten this far, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. If you've gotten this far, who in the fuck does? Give it a thumbs up. That helps. It makes me feel nice. It lets me know someone watched it. Anyway, have a great rest of your day. Have a good Kwanzaa. Have a good weekend. I'll see you guys on the next episode. That'll be 97. A couple more to 100. All right. Well, bye. Bye. Bye.